What if Jiraiya defeated pain? The turning point, the rain fell heavy on the metal towers of Omegakure. As Jiraiya faced the 6 bodies of pain, blood dripped from his wounds. His left arm hung useless at his side, and his chakra reserves were nearly depleted. This was supposed to be his end, but the legendary Sannin had one final card to play. As the 6 paths of pain closed in for the killing blow, Jiraiya's lips curved into a grim smile. The message he'd carved onto Fukasaku's back wasn't just insurance, it was a declaration. He would survive this. He had to. Drawing on the last reserves of his chakra, Jiraiya summoned not one, but both the great Toad Elders. Fukasaku and Shima materialized beside him, their aged eyes widening at the carnage before them. "Jiraiya boy, you've really done it this time," Fukasaku muttered. "No time for lectures. We finish this now." Jiraiya roared. The 3 launched into a perfect synchronized sage art technique, one that Jiraiya had been saving for a battle he never thought would come. The combination of their powers created a massive whirlpool of oil and wind that separated Pain's body, disrupting Nagato's ability to coordinate their vision. In that crucial moment of chaos, Jiraiya struck. He crushed the animal path's throat, then drove a razing in through the Predapath's core. The remaining bodies converged, but Jiraiya had bought himself precious seconds, using a technique he developed in his youth but never perfected. He traced the chakra receivers back to their source. "There," he gasped, pointing toward a distant tower. "The real one is there." The confrontation, Jiraiya didn't waste time with the remaining paths. Using what little chakra remained, he body flickered toward the tower, leaving the confused pain bodies behind. He crashed through the paper-reinforced walls to find a scene that broke his heart. Nagato sat emaciated in his mechanical chair, chakra rods protruding from his back. His body a shadow of the bright-eyed student Jiraiya once knew. Beside him, Konan stood ready to defend, her paper wings unfurling. Sensei Nagato's voice was weak, but carried the weight of 1,000 tragedies. "You should have stayed away." "Nagato," Jiraiya's voice cracked. "What have you become?" The rain seemed to pause as teacher and student faced each other across an impossible divide. Jiraiya could have attacked. Should have attacked. But looking at this broken boy, this man who had taken Yahiko's dream and twisted it into nightmare, he could unbring himself to strike. "I became the god this world needed," Nagato replied. Someone had to break the cycle of hatred. By perpetuating it, Jiraiya stepped forward, ignoring Konan's warning stats. By killing innocents, by destroying villages, Yahiko would never have wanted this. The name hit Nagato like a physical blow. For a moment, the godlike presence faltered, and the grieving student emerged. "Yahiko died because of your precious village, because of the system you protect. I'm creating true peace through pain. The world will know suffering and reject war." "No." Jiraiya's voice was firm now, channeling every ounce of his conviction. "You're just making more orphans. More Nagatos. More pain." The choice, what happened next, would change everything. Jiraiya didn't argue philosophy. He didn't debate tactics or ideology. Instead, he did something that shocked both Nagato and Konan completely. He sat down, right there, in front of his former student. The legendary Sannin sat cross-legged on the cold floor, weaponless and vulnerable. "Kill me if you want," Jiraiya said quietly. "But first, let me tell you about the student I just met in Konoha. His name is Naruto Uzumaki." Nagato's eyes widened at the surname. "He's an orphan, like you, wary." The village feared him, ostracized him, treated him like a monster. He had every reason to become what you've become. Every reason to hate. Jiraiya's eyes met Nagato's, and in them was not judgment, but infinite sadness. But he didn't. He chose to protect those who hurt him. He chose to forgive. He carries Yahiko's dream not through force, but through understanding. That boy, he's everything I failed to teach you, everything I should have been. Tears began to stream down Nagato's face, mixing with the rain that somehow found its way inside the tower. "It's too late," he whispered. "I've killed thousands. The blood on my hands will never wash clean. It's never too late." Jiraiya stood slowly, opening his arms. I failed you once, Nagato. I left you in this war-torn country, thinking you could survive on your own. I was wrong. I was a coward, but I'm here. Let me help you find another way. Konan's paper weapons trembled in the air, her own eyes glistening. Sensei Nagato's voice was that of a child again. I'm tired. So tired. I know. Jiraiya moved closer, but Naruto-he's going to change this world. Not through pain, but through bonds. Help me help him. Use your power to undo some of the damage. The Rinnegan isn't just a tool for destruction. The moment stretched. Then, slowly Nagato's head bowed. What would you have me do? The aftermath. News of Jiraiya's survival and return to Konoha with 2 former Akatsuki members sent shockwaves through the shinobi world. The interrogation was intense. The debates were heated, but Jiraiya stood firm, taking full responsibility for Nagato and Konan. They're my students, he declared before the entire village council. Their sins are my burden to bear. Tsunade wanted to imprison them. Danzo wanted them executed, but Jiraiya made a deal. Nagato would use the outer path as samsara of heavenly life technique to revive some of those killed in Akatsuki's attacks, starting with the Leaf Shinobi, who'd fallen in recent battles. The technique nearly killed. His already frail body pushed beyond its limits. He revived 23 souls before collapsing. It wasn't enough to erase his crimes, but it was a started gesture of genuine remorse that gave pause even to his harshest critics. Naruto visited Nagato during his recovery. The meeting between the student who embodied hope and the student who'd embodied despair lasted 3 hours. No one knows exactly what was said, but Naruto emerged with tears streaming down his face and determination blazing in his eyes. That's my godfather's other student, it told Sakura. That's proof that anyone can change.